Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you Kayali's rather new launch. It launched August 9th, I believe, or 11th. I bought it as soon as it came out, but unfortunately I got sick, so I couldn't review it for you right away. So there's tons of reviews, but I wanted to weigh in. So Kayali's Lovefest Burning Cherry 48. My review is coming, but before I do that, if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And for those of you that are already a part of the community, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. And without further ado, let's get into this. Before I do that, I've changed out my background, obviously, from what I normally have. Tell me what you think. This is just a snippet of the living room. Tell me if you like this kind of closer view with just a small background as opposed to the larger background that I normally have in videos. Weigh in and let me know in the descriptions. And let's talk about this. So I have the travel spray. Now, sadly, I ordered the little bottle and they said it was coming, and then when it arrived, it was the travel spray instead of the little tiny bottle. So I was rather bummed about that, and that is Sephora. Sephora, we're gonna be talking. Because I love those little mini bottles, they're so cute. So I want to talk about the fragrance. Now, this is supposed to be inspired by kind of like the summer festivals that go on, and so there's a sexy kind of sultry vibe to this fragrance, and I have to give it up for Mona and Kayali. They are so fantastic at their branding, their social media platform. Like, Mona is just, she seems like such a wonderful, awesome human being, and I just love their ad campaigns. Like, they just do a stellar job in promoting their fragrances. So this one I was super excited about because it features the note of cherry. There's also raspberry, praline, palo santo, guaiac wood, and patchouli are kind of the main notes. When you first spray, you get this amazing kind of warm cherry scent. Now, a lot of people have been weighing in as to whether it smells like lost cherry or not. Honestly, I don't think it smells like lost cherry. It's got a similar cherry note, so it's not like a bright cherry like from La Petite Robe Noire, you know, that brighter cherry candy or a maraschino cherry. It's not like that. It's like a deep, dark black forest cherry or a cherry liqueur. Now, lost cherry definitely has more of that boozy cherry. I don't find the cherry in Lovefest to be overly boozy, but it definitely, especially on the cap, really reminds me of lost cherry. Now, where this differs is in the dry down. I find lost cherry goes a lot more woody, but still you have that cherry note in lost cherry. In the burning cherry, the cherry is still present, but a lot more kind of in the background, and you get more of a vanilla burning wood sensation. You get a kind of cherry, like kind of in the background, but this burning wood kind of comes to the forefront. So what this kind of reminds me of is like if you had a cherries jubilee. So, you know, you see the cherries and all of a sudden they're lit on fire and all the liqueur kind of burns off. So, and you're left with kind of this smoky cherry. That's what I feel like you get in this. Now, a lot of people talk about it being similar, but not a dupe at all for lost cherry, but kind of that cherry note being similar. But what this also reminds me of, honestly, is By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. So the note that's similar in By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela is that guaiac wood, which is what gives it that burning kind of like authentic wood crackling in a fire feel. I get that same feel in this one. If I were to choose between this one and By the Fireplace, honestly, I would choose this one. Just because it's a little bit more feminine, a little bit more sensual. I like the brightness that I get from that cherry. I'm assuming that maybe the raspberry is helping to make that cherry even a little bit brighter, but still with this depth. I totally get the burning cherry reference. So as far as what they've named it, fantastic name, totally suits it. I find this to be honestly my favorite Kayali fragrance. So I haven't been a huge fan. The one that they released last year, the invite only, wasn't as big of a fan of that one. I've recently tried the Utopia fragrance. That's the coconut vanilla one. I really enjoy that one, but this one I absolutely love. I've tried the majority of Kayali fragrances, and this one is just, it's absolutely delicious. Like, delicious! I love it! And yeah, if you kind of took by the fireplace, that burning wood sensation, and mixed it with a Tom Ford type cherry, then you'd be kind of smelling this. So I hope that gives you a good idea. Now, as much as this is beautiful, it's delicious smelling, it's sensual, sexy, you know, I can see it kind of being intoxicating, addictive, like definitely an addictive fragrance. The problem that I have with this is the longevity. So it is so poor in longevity. I majorly oversprayed this. You know, a couple times I've tried it where I overspray, and I find that the longevity, as far as any sort of projection or sillage, is about 2 hours. Hour and a half to 2 hours, I'm getting this beautiful, amazing cherry fragrance, and then it just becomes a skin scent. So if that's what you like I can see that this would be kind of a like sexy day fragrance. You could wear this during the day because it's not going to be a major projector, but you know, you're going to get maybe a whiff of it here or there. In the deep dry down, you're getting basically that vanilla and that woodiness, spicy kind of guaiac wood with just a hint of cherry. So as a skin scent, it's actually really pretty, but it's just a skin scent. So my quandary is I love the fragrance. Out of all of the Kayali fragrances, this is absolutely the best one I've tried. I would love a 50 ml bottle of this. I love it that much. That said, I'm really struggling with the longevity. So an Elizabeth Arden fragrance, you know, it'll project for a couple of hours and then become a skin scent, but they're really affordable, like, you know, $15 to $30, you can get a beautiful fragrance from Elizabeth Arden or many other companies where, you know, it's going to last you 2-3 hours of projection and then become more of a skin scent. I can see paying that. In Canada, I think that the 50 ml is $113. I think it's around $85-90 in the States. As far as a niche fragrance, the price is reasonable. Again, you're looking at likely great ingredients, all of those kind of things, but I'm just really struggling with the performance of this one in being able to recommend it to you. A lot of times, you know, if I'm spending upwards of $100 on a fragrance, I want the performance to be excellent. And for me, I'm not one that really, like, I want to be able to smell it. Like, if I move my arms around, I want to be able to smell the fragrance. I don't want to have to go up to smell it myself. And I'm mainly wearing fragrance for myself, so I want to be able to smell it. You know, if you're wanting to put on a snuggle-worthy fragrance where you want your guy to come in and have a little bit of a sniff and want to have a little bit of a nibble, then this fragrance is great. But if you're wanting it to be something that projects longer than about 2 hours, then this fragrance isn't so great. So amazing, amazing scent profile, beautiful fragrance, so impressed with the blend. I love the fact that it's not linear. It takes you on a journey. The opening is amazing, but honestly, the dry down is just as beautiful. The longevity is so extremely poor that I'm not sure if it's worth it. I still may buy it because I just love it so much. Like, I love the fragrance so much that I think I would just, you know, respray and respray. So I may buy this one even though the longevity is poor, but I wanted to share that with you because I'm not sure how much that's getting out there. And it's definitely an issue. So I wish Kayali could improve their projection and longevity because they put out really beautiful fragrances, and I love Kayali as a brand. So I'd love to be able to support them more, but I have to be honest and say that the projection, longevity, is like, it's more of a skin scent, honestly. So those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think. If you've tried it and you find that the longevity is different, please weigh in. Is it worth it? It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So it depends on you. Do you mind respraying a bunch of times? If you don't mind that, then I think it's worth it. If you want something that's going to last longer than a couple of hours, then it's definitely not. So that's my take on it. Please weigh in. Let me know what you think. And other than that, I hope you have an amazing week. I hope to be up and doing more videos soon. Just had a really, really, really bad few weeks with the flu. So anyway, have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.